Hi, I'm Movie Cat, and you're watching Fantastic Crap. So, how many of you out there are ready for an old-fashioned monster movie? Good, good. Our next movie was the Sci-Fi Channel premiere. Hey, where are you all going? Come back here. Listen, I know that most Sci-Fi Channel original movies or premieres are beyond terrible, but every once in a while a memorable one does slip through the cracks of crap. That would be the terrible cracks of crap, not the fantastic cracks of crap. There is a difference. Now, Frankenfish is a 2004 film. Yes, I know. Shocking. I'm doing a movie from the 2000s and not the 80s or 90s. Hey, this is bound to happen from time to time. I mean, it's not like they stopped making B-movies after the 90s ended or anything. B-movies will never die. Anyway, moving on, Frankenfish is a pretty fun and solid creature feature that usually gets instantly dismissed, mainly because of its sci-fi premiere and also because of its unfortunate name. Hey, don't get me wrong, it's a fun name and fitting for a B-movie, but when most people hear it, they instantly think of a terrible Z-grade camp and walk away. Besides, the name is a bit misleading. This is just yet another creation of genetics gone wrong, and not an animated monster fish made out of parts of other water creatures, which would have been much more fantastic. But, oh well, we'll just have to deal with yet another genetic mutation instead. You know, it wouldn't hurt you to try at least a little bit to use a tiny amount of originality and throw some innovative ideas into your generic monster movie. Just saying. Anyway, it's time to dive deep into murky B-movie waters and explore the world of Frankenfish. Where did this audience even come from anyway? And why are they so excited for Frankenfish? Anyway, we start the movie with a man out deep in the bayou checking his fish traps, and one of them traps him instead. Oh, I get it. The fish is fishing for him. Smart and clever. It's obvious that this thing is clearly a catfish. Ow.
Call the state lab, see if they have any porcine cast or x-rays on file.
Yeah, sure. Porce?
Porcine means pig, Einstein.
So, our main character here seems a bit full of himself and a tad condescending. I'm going to be rooting for the fish during most of this, aren't I?
Emma, you okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Elmer.
Wow, that was actually kind of creepy and looked surprisingly real for a film like this. Oh, and yes, the man does indeed get eaten. The most impressive backstroke I've ever seen. This man has skills. Also, I have to admit, that was kinda cool. You know, this may be a pretty well-made and competent movie we are dealing with here. Shocking. We get a bunch of scenes that develop the characters a bit and shows a bit of this swamp world that the characters live in, which is nice and all, but we all are really just here to see all the swamp monster om-nomming. Yeah, one little swamp monster and people just instantly start losing their heads. Wow, all of the creature effects in this are pretty impressive so far. I thought this was supposed to be a Sci-Fi Channel movie. What happened? That scene was even in slow-mo, showing off more of the monster than it would have otherwise, and it still looked good. He killed it! You know what this means? Fish fry tonight! Ah, I was only kidding, movie.
Yeah!
I think I just discovered my favorite character of the movie. And now he is dead. Damn it, movie!
Wait! I know how we can get out of here. All we have to do is get over to Ricardo's.
Oh, headshot! That boat must play a lot of first-person shooters.
Oh my God.
You know what they say. When it rains, it pours. Flaming explosive gas tanks. Ah, this woman better split. Yeah, that's the joke I decided to go with here. I have no standards. None.
You gotta swim. Oh no, 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 no.
Now the fish is just being a dick. Then the movie decides to tell us what the heck is going on here.
There's no thrill to compare with hunting something that can hunt you back. When I heard about the possibility of creating something that's never been seen before, and something that's never been hunted before.
So, he created a human-eating swamp monster just so he could hunt it? This guy can't get eaten fast enough. They manage to wound the monster, and the great white evil hunter forces the others to track his prey down to its nest where they find its dead body. But the big bad mother comes out, kills the bad guys, and then gives chase. Okay, now here the CGI is a bit off, but it's still a giant fish chasing a boat through a swamp. How could you not have fun with this?
Eat fish, you freak!
Sushi for everyone! Yay! Wait a minute. Now, how are they going to get out of there without their boat? Suddenly, this brilliant plan was kinda stupid. Oh, and on a tad side tangent, there is the comic relief character who is dating the main female character of the movie, who is supposed to be the slimy butthead, but most of what he says and does is kind of what most people would be doing or thinking here.
The house shot her. This is insane!
Him being a prick first comes to light when he reacts to the woman's mother making a very rude and unprovoked attack on him, and suddenly he is the dick who ruined the dinner. Right after that, we get a scene where the woman tells her to drop the prick because he is no good for her. Because we need a asshole to hate. Even though he comes off as kind of a lovable, sarcastic butthead instead of the complete douchebag who we are supposed to want to see get eaten through all through the movie. I say all of this because this scene here is how we end our movie.
Hi, little fishy. Oh, you look like...
A gruesome comeuppance which he kinda did not deserve. Frankly, this should have been reserved for the main bad guy who created the monster. But all that happens to him is he gets pounced and instantly dragged in the water. Bad call, movie. Bad call. Though, on a brighter note, the director here is the same guy who directed the Spawn movie and worked on the visual effects on movies like The Abyss and Jurassic Park. So no wonder the movie seems to be a little more competently made than most other low-budget Sci-Fi Channel movies. Also, this movie was inspired by true-life events in Maryland, where a water system got infested with exotic snakehead fish, and the locals tried their best to exterminate them with extreme prejudice. I believe the media covering the event called them Frankenfish, so I suppose the name makes a bit of sense now, though I think it should have had another name like Blood Bayou or something like that. Anyway, I give Frankenfish 6 hairballs out of 10. And this wraps up our fishing trip in the swamps. What is next, you ask? Well, obviously, I'm not going to tell you that. It's better off as a surprise. Besides, I don't need people all up in my business anyway. Oh, you all can just bite me. Jeez. This seems like a group who would love it if I decided to show a movie like Biodome. Oh God! You people suck! Where did this movie ever come from anyway? And why are they so smart and clever? It's obvious that this thing is clearly a fat? It's a fat. No. We get a bunch of scenes that develop the characters in a moo-moo. Huh? Oh, and a time, and a time, what? Oh, and a time, and a we get a moment where another woman tells her to drop the pick. The pick? The pick? How many times am I going to have to reread this autograph? This isn't an autograph. No, on a bright him being a prick first comes to light when I just turned into that woman from Kung Pao.